Hello and welcome, I'm your host KB and you're watching the Retrospective. During the 90s, Nickelodeon was must-watch television for kids, and during this period, they specifically had success with their own original Nicktoons series, which included such epic shows as Rugrats, Are Real Monsters, Doug, and Hey Arnold.
Nicktoons, only on Nicktoons, only on Nicktoons, on Nickelodeon Nicktoons.
But of all these great shows, my favourite was, and still is, Rocko's Modern Life, which first aired in 1993.
Rocko's Modern Life.
The show was created by animator Joe Murray, who would go on to have further success with another Nickelodeon series in 2007's Camp Lazlo. The show centers around Rocko, a wallaby from Down Under who is living in the fictional American town known as O-Town. He is joined by his faithful dog Spunky, as well as his best pals Heifer, a steer with a large appetite who was raised by wolves, and Filbert, a nerdy and seemingly unstable turtle.
And mine says, bad luck and extreme misfortune will infest your pathetic soul for all eternity.
The show also has other more peripheral characters which appear throughout the series, with some of my favourites being the incessantly bickering neighbours known as Mr. and Mrs. Bighead, and even a real-life comic book superhero parody called Really Really Big Man, who is armed with super strength, the ability to fly, as well as magical nipples which somehow can show you the future.
Just gaze into my nipples of the future, and you'll see that you're wrong.
This is the type of absurd and risque humour that helped the show become popular with both audiences young and old.
My, those lenses are lovely.
How dare you!
As a kid, I loved the show's quirky, cartoony and absurd humour, and enjoy it even more so now as an adult, as it's filled with lots of adult humour as well as innuendo, which would mostly go over kids' heads.
Rocko, living here has allowed me to explore new facets of my personality. I am a nudist.
It also manages to satirize the seemingly mundane struggles of adult life, as Rocko gets into all sorts of frustrating situations, with episode storylines revolving around things such as going grocery shopping or doing laundry, and even going to the movies. The show follows the typical Nicktoons formula of 2 short stories per episode, which I really think works in the show's favour. Rocko is the perfect protagonist here with his happy-go-lucky attitude. He has a meek yet positive personality which really adds to his charm, and you find yourself rooting for him. He's voiced by Carlos Alazraqui, who does an amazing job.
That's enough! Laundry day is a very dangerous day.
The show overall has a great cast, which includes talent such as Tom Kenny, Mr. Lawrence, and Charlie Adler. The animation here is great, and it showcases Joe Murray's unique art style, which lends itself perfectly to this slightly off-kilter world. With its variety of bright and shiny settings to its sometimes dirty and gritty environments, it uses its visuals effectively to set the tone for each episode.
I've had it with you. You're useless and pathetic. Like a useless and pathetic thing. This is the last straw, you good-for-nothing heap of rubbish. Prepare to feel my wrath. That'll teach you.
Hey man, keep it down. I'm trying to watch TV.
The show ran for 4 seasons, with all 52 episodes being released on DVD, at least in North America. For some odd reason, Australia has only released the first 3 seasons, which is kind of frustrating as I've been waiting for the final season to be released for a few years now. While the original show ended in 1996, the property has seen a revival recently, with an original made-for-TV movie slated for release in 2018. The teaser trailer is out, and so far the movie looks awesome and quite faithful to the original series. There is also a new comic book series being published by Boom Studios, which is a nice throwback to the 1994 comic series published by Marvel.
Rocko? The 21st century is a very dangerous century.
As always, thanks very much for watching this episode. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode of The Retrospective.